Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Robinson Maroon basketball. Tonight, the Olney Tigers have invaded the Maroons gymnasium. I'm Jim Kincaid, along with Dwayne Shaw. Ron Wheeler's behind the camera, and we're a part of Worldwide Sound and Video Production. And we're coming to you tonight through the courtesy of Triax Cablevision.
Tonight's game brought to you by First Robinson Savings and Loan, Pulliam Funeral Homes, Cellular One in Robinson, Rural King Supply, Graves Auto Group, Crawford Memorial Hospital, American Legion, Big Buck Building Center, Hershey Chocolate in Robinson, Marathon Tire, Kemper CPA Group, Big Five Body Works, Creech Building Center, and Worldwide Sound and Video Productions.
Well, we've got a matchup here tonight again. Two teams that could possibly meet in the regional tournament coming up. A non-conference contest. Olney Tigers coming up from the NEC, and of course Robinson's own Apollo Conference. It's a good matchup, should be a pretty good ball game, and Olney has got to be coming in on some kind of a high.
They had a big game last night against Flora, won by a three-point basket in the last second after a mistake by one of the Flora players who began to celebrate a little too quick and was called for traveling. But they took Mount Carmel to 4 overtimes about 10 days ago. They beat Carmine overtime, and they let Fairfield run all over them by 20, the team that Robinson beat in the Carmine tournament. So, you know, who knows? And their record's 10 and 12, but they're the number 2 seed in the regional. So it's a team that if they shoot well, they don't have a lot of size, but if they shoot well, they can play some good basketball.
Well, that's been their key. You look back at the wins when they destroyed Lawrenceville the other night. They shot 61%. They shoot a high percentage. They're going to score a lot of points, and if they're on a cold night, then they got some problems.
Against Mount Carmel, I think Beard had 36. That was his career night. Last night, Fisher had 27 against Flora. 2 nights ago, against Carmi, the Bishop boy had a career night and scored in the high 20s, the best he'd ever done. So it's not just one guy doing it all for him. I wrote down some averages a while ago that I picked out of the paper. You see Fisher, who had 27, is only averaging 9. Beard, who had 36 against Mount Carmel, is averaging 18. And Bishop's only averaging 8. So it's kind of a hit and miss situation.
Well, it should be an interesting matchup tonight. The Maroons coming off a good win with Newton, a game they weren't supposed to win, and they played very well. They played more aggressive, I think, than we've seen them play for a while. They hung in there, and
as Coach Everett said, they put 4 quarters together, which they haven't been able to do yet.
And they've got a win under their belts here. So coming into tonight's ball game, they ought to have some confidence to go at this Olney ball club. What are we doing now? We're getting ready for this. We'll see what comes first here.
Mr. Upmore, I think we'll do the national anthem, I'm sure.
We don't want to start anything we can't finish. Well, the Robinson High School pep band, a good job as always on the national anthem.
And true to form, I look down on the Robinson bench, and it's Robinson this time that's put a couple players there that we don't have on our roster. Number 50 and number 22, and I don't know who they are. Olney, as we mentioned early, not very big. They go with a 5 senior lineup and line up at 6'1", 6'1", 6'5", 10", and 5'8". They run Jeremy Redmond, a 6'1" senior, or 6 foot senior at one guard spot. The other guard's number 34, Cody Fisher, a 5'8" senior. Forwards Ben Beard, a 6'1" senior, number 35, and Paul Bishop, a 5'10" senior at the other forward spot, number 45. In the center, Seth Rand, a 6'1" senior, number 55. 10-12 record. They're 4-8 in the NEC conference. Number 2 seed in the regional, coached by Mr. Dan Denton.
Okay, a little break in the action there. Technical difficulty. We lost our power for a second. Now we're back and going, so we'll let you catch up on the...
Okay, Robinson, as I said, is starting a little bit different lineup tonight, and they're going to match up very well size-wise with Olney, and possibly be a little quicker than they've been. They'll go with Andrew Bryant at one guard spot, number 12, a 5'9" junior. The other guard, Michael Carell, 5'10" junior, number 14. One of the forwards tonight's Brandon Holt, number 20, a 5'8" senior. And the other forward, Dustin Hardiman, a 6'2" sophomore, number 52. Chris Hurry will be in the middle to start with, number 40, a 6-foot senior. So we'll have 2 juniors, 2 seniors, and a sophomore, and go 6'2", 6 foot, 5'10", 5'9", 5'8". 4-14 record, coached by Mr. Tad Everett.
I think was checking out here off the JV roster is 22, I think, is Andy Miller. And I'm not sure about 50. Could be Sean Homer. We better check that. Well, we're set to go. You got the officials down. I saw Mike Hayes.
Jim Padberg, the other official.
Okay. They're sneaking in here on us.
Mike Hayes from Bridgeport. I'm not sure where Padberg is from, but we've seen him before, I know.
Well, Mike and him shook hands like they hadn't seen each other before earlier in the ball game, so we'll wait and see. Seth Ryan, Chris Hurry will be in the center circle, the jump ball, and the Tigers are going to pick it up with Cody Fisher handling it, and Michael Carell out front on him. Fisher works it down inside to Rand.
Up and in.
And the Tigers draw first blood. It is a 2-0 ball game. Andrew Bryant will take the ball down against Fisher. Oh, he went right in the lane. His foot slipped, got a traveling call as he tried to pull up. So the first turnover of the game will give it back to the Olney Tigers.
They list this Rand boy at 175 pounds. He looks much bigger than that to me.
Yeah, Olney, when you look at the sizes on the roster here, doesn't show to be a very big team. 6'1", 6'1", and they look a little bigger than that. But of course, the Maroons have basically put a short team on the floor also, as you said earlier, like they were trying to match up with them on size. But I think they were trying to put maybe a little speed together here with them. And Olney likes to run. They like to shoot. And they're not going to hold the ball very long when they get it, I don't believe. We got a foul call.
Goes against Ben Beard, his first, and the team first.
Bryant handles the ball. Olney's playing a man-to-man defense. There's Dustin Hardiman on the shot. He sinks it a 2-pointer. We're tied at 2 now. Into Rand. He works inside. He missed the shot. And Dustin's going to be called for the foul.
First foul on Hardiman and the first team foul. Rand will shoot 2.
Creech Building Center is now open on Monday through Saturday from 7 to 5 at the Gordon Junction. Creech Building Center is proud to be a supporter of the county athletes. That's Creech Building Center, Gordon Junction. Brandon Holt Back out to Andrew Bryant and Michael Corral. Dustin Hardiman and Rand going at it, bumping each other pretty good under the basket. Holt flips a three-pointer up off the glass. I don't think he called the shot, did he? Big three for Brandon. He missed that one far enough. He made it. Screen set by Rand out there is more of a cross-body block. Nice job inside by Ben Beard. And he's capable of scoring. Oh, gee. Michael Corral, I don't think I've ever seen him jump that high to pull the pass down. And Paul Bishop got underneath him just a little bit, and he come down, and Michael hit the floor. He's okay. That floor can get kind of hard on hips the way he come down. Bryant handles the inbound pass. Hardiman behind the three. Got it. Another three for Dustin. For his first three. Holt had the other one, didn't he? 8-4 now. Robinson jumps out in front here. Inside, Rand moves against Bryant. Missed the shot. Gets a rebound, puts it back and in. Seth Rand, both baskets for the Tigers. 8-6 score. Robinson leads. Nice pass. Brandon Holt kicks it out to Corral. Michael works inside, has it knocked away from him from behind. Beard brings the ball down. Three-point attempt by Fisher, no good. Jeremy Redmond on the rebound, and he's fouled. Oh, I felt somebody breathing over my shoulder.
Foul went against Andrew Bryant. He is first. Second team foul.
Rand with a 10-footer, no good. And Hardiman brings the rebound down. Chris Hurry tries to go inside, has it knocked away. Andrew Bryant picked Fisher's pocket. Offensive foul is going to be called on Chris Hurry.
Third team foul. Chris Hurry's first.
Not a popular call. Don't count the basket. I think a good call. Chris was moving in, and the Olney man was set. Fisher and Corral out front. Andrew Bryant switches over and picks him up. Maroons a 2-3 zone right now. Nice pass inside. Redmond, no good. Rand has it knocked away from him, but Holt, I think, was the last one to hit the ball. It'll be Olney ball underneath their own basket. Bishop gets it in, but the ball is knocked away and stolen. Hurry comes out of there with it. Brandon Holt went inside and draws a foul. He was trying to dish it off. Nobody there, so he put the shot up and drew a foul. He'll get two. This portion of tonight's ball game is brought to you in part by Hershey Chocolate and the Robinson plant, where they manufacture Heath, Milk Duds, Sixlets, Paydays, and Whopper candies. That's Hershey Chocolate in Robinson. Got one of them. Make it 9-6, a three-point lead now for the Maroons. Chris Hurry on the rebound. Bryant. Olney gets back on defense in good shape. Andrew puts up an 18-footer, no good.
Big tip in by Chris Hurry.
Didn't quite get the roll. And the Tigers are going to lose the ball out of bounds. Maroons get it back. Wes Parker checks in the ball game. Looked around and I see his brother Matt's here tonight. Maybe that'll give some encouragement to Wes out there. Hardiman missed the three. Bryant in the right spot for the rebound, kicks it back over to Dustin, a turnaround jumper. Got that one, Dustin Hardiman. He's had the hot hand here in the last couple of ball games. Dustin had a good night against Newton, had the first 11 points in him against them that night. Fisher with the ball, Bryant on him. Paul Bishop holds it on the side. Now back out front to Beard. No good. Wes Parker on the rebound. Cross court to Michael Carell. He drives baseline, loses it into the hands of Beard. Robinson back on defense. A 15-footer comes up short. Hurry will have the rebound. Michael Bryant, both teams running. Tries to get it to Wes Parker, leads him just a little too much. And it's out of bounds to the Tigers. We're back and forth in a hurry. 11-6 to score. Maroons in front. And we've played about 4 minutes of this quarter. Bishop's call for traveling. The First Robinson Savings Loan FA offers convenience checking accounts with no minimum balance requirement and no monthly charge. It also includes a network ATM card. That's the First Robinson Savings Loan FA with full service branches in Oblong and Palestine, and they're FDIC insured. Well, now you can really save on Benjamin Moore paints at Big Buck Building Center in Robinson. All Benjamin Moore interior paints are on sale for 10% off. Like their Regal Wall Satin Latex Interior Flat Paint in over 1,600 custom and ready-mix colors for beautiful matte flat finish. Or you can choose Enhance Vinyl Latex Flat Paint for a fade-resistant flat finish that dries in 1 hour. Save 10% now on all Benjamin Moore interior paints at Big Buck Building Center in Robinson.
Spring is just around the corner, and it's time to stop in at Rural King Supply and see all the new mowers and tillers. They have models by Ranch King, Yardman, Snapper, and Simplicity. Stop in at Rural King Supply and check out their lawnmowers and tillers. Rural King Supply in Robinson.
And Graves Auto Group's your local dealer for Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, Chrysler, Plymouth, and Dodge with a red carpet lease. Graves Auto Group is proud to support the Robinson Maroons. Boy, I'm glad they called that timeout. We got behind.
That was charged to Olney, by the way, their first.
11-6, Maroons lead it. We've got 3:03 left here in the first quarter. It'll be Maroons ball. Olney full court pressure now. Hustle it in, gets it to Corral. Michael back to Bryant. And Andrew gets it across the timeline. Pass inside to Wes Parker. Kicked out of bounds by Rand. Maroons will keep it. Comes out deep to Andrew Bryant, to Dustin Hardiman. Dustin thought about it. Tries to go inside to Parker, has to come back out to Bryant. Rand is all over West. There's a shot from the corner. Rand's got the rebound. Fisher with it on the wing. Gets it inside. Rand the turnaround, has it blocked by Parker. Nice job by West. He gets it back and saves it. Tries to make the outlet pass. Has it knocked away. Chris Hurry steals it back. Hurry all the way and in. 13-6. Maroons on a run. Foul's going to be called on Parker.
Right. His first and the fourth team foul.
Into the ball game is about 3 or 4 Olney Tigers now. We got 21.
21's Ben Duke. 25, Raymond Jones. Who's the other one?
52.
That's the freshman.
I'm glad he turned
52,
around. Yeah.
McClenathan.
Matt McClenathan. Chris Hurry. Nice bounce pass to Michael Carell, and he holds up action. Wes Parker into the lane. Dumps
nice
off
back
to Chris Hurry. Nice play by Wes Parker. Gets the ball to Hurry, and Hurry lays it in. 15-6. Hustle by Michael. Slid on the floor. Traveling is called. I'd like to have the time this year that Carell has spent on the floor. He has bounced and dived for more than anybody I've ever seen.
Marty Opes checks in for the Maroons. Dustin Hardiman takes a seat.
That's Jones with the ball. Back out front to Fisher. Ramey Jones on the wing. Olney gets that ball passed around Duke and McClenathan, and back to Fisher. Nice job going inside. They cleared the way, and who got the points?
McClenathan. It's a rebound in the basket.
The 6'2" freshman, Matt McClenathan. 15-8 the score. Parker from 18 comes up short. Rebound knocked away by Corral. And it's going to go to the Olney Tigers. I don't think Hurry realized that Michael was the last one to touch that. Cody Fisher works out front. Michael Corral on him.
Good solid screen.
Yeah, good screen. Nice little pick and roll there. Knocked away by Wes Parker. Good move. And stolen away finally by Chris Hurry. Michael for three out front. Got it. 18-8, a 10-point spread for the Robinson Maroons, and 28 seconds to go in the quarter. Fisher, it looks like they're going to hold for one shot as they try to run a play. Knocked away by Andrew Bryant. All by himself. Got it. Excellent defense by the Maroons. Fisher for three. Got it. 20-11 as time runs out. The end of quarter number one. The Maroons lead at 22-11. Well, if you've never been lost or never been late or never had an accident or you never drive at night or you never have a flat tire or your battery never goes dead or you never get stuck in traffic or you can always find a gas station when you need it, then you don't have to worry about having a cellular phone. But if you've ever had any of these problems, your luck's about to change. Stop in at Cellular One in Robinson and check out their free phone and free activation special. No one wants to be stranded, and now with Cellular One, you'll have peace of mind in knowing that help is on the way. So stop in at Cellular One in Robinson and let them put your mind at ease. Well, it's tax time again, and Kemper CPA Group reminds you to call Kemper CPA Group for all your business and individual tax preparations. That's the Kemper CPA Group in Robinson for your year-round tax service, accounting, and auditing. And for the best deal in tires, stop in at Marathon Tire for Bridgestone, Michelin, Falls, and Goodyear tires. Quality tires at the right price at Marathon Tire Incorporated at 400 East Main in Robinson. Your complete car care service. Whew, that's a fast first quarter. 20-11, Maroons scored a lot of points there.
15 turnovers total. A lot of action.
And let's see, we got the same on the floor that we ended with, don't we?
No, Holt's in there.
For who went out? Hurry?
Yes.
Dustin Hardeman.
Hardeman's back, too.
Yeah. Swiped away by Ben Beard. Works against Hardeman, kicks it back out front to Fisher. Obst on him. Beard, nice pass inside. That's McClenathan, missed the shot. Parker dumps it off. Dustin Hardeman, nice play. 22-11, they've doubled the score. That'll be Jones that'll go to the line. Parker drew the foul. Ramey got the ball in the air off the glass. So count the basket. He'll be at the line to try to complete a three-point play. McClenathan goes out, and Seth Rand comes back in, the big guy in the middle. Jones completes the free throw, 22-14. Obst and Bryant gets it across. Marty Obst misses everything. Saved by Holt, but right in the hands of Rand. Fisher inside the line. He's got it. That's two. Paul Fisher, or that's Cody Fisher. Wiped out of the air by Duke. And the shot's good by Ben Beard. And the Maroons call a timeout as the lead has been cut 22-18. Big Five Body Works is a complete collision repair facility. Big Five Body Works is now at a new location with new high-tech equipment. For insurance work or custom work, it's the Big Five Body Works, located 1 block south of the Gordon Junction, right across from Jim Bradbury Trailer Sales. Well, it's been a fun ball game so far. 22-18, a lot of points, and both teams up and down the floor in a hurry. Olney likes to run. If they warm up, though, Maroons are going to have their hands full.
They like to run. They like to shoot. They put the ball in the air quite a few times in the first quarter. I don't think their shooting percentage was much over about 15%, but that won't slow them down any, I'm sure.
Corral back in. So we've got Bryant, Hurry, Michael Corral, Wes Parker, and Dustin Hardiman on the floor. Olney full court pressure. They go for the trap. Hardiman does a nice job meeting the pass. Dustin, spin move. He's got it. Dustin Hardiman. Rand tries to fake Wes out, and he gets a hand on the ball, partially blocked. Maroons come out of there with it. Bryant back out to Wes Parker. 18-footer, in and out. Out of bounds. Maroons will keep it. Equipment repair, like a shoelace. Hurry will bring it in, gets it over in the corner to Bryant. Andrew from 18, swish. 26-18. I think everybody's scored that's on the floor for the Maroons, haven't they?
Just about. Parker hasn't scored yet.
He's got about 3 good assists. Michael Corral on Fisher. Ran to Jones. Back out front. Ben Beard puts it through. 26-20. Dustin, nice pass to Hurry. He takes it. Little 10-footer, won't go, but a foul.
Foul called on Fisher, his first, 4th team foul. Chris Hurry will shoot 2. Marty Stevens checks in for Wesley Parker.
Missed the first one. The First Robinson Savings and Loan FA offers convenience checking accounts with no minimum balance requirement and no monthly charge. It also includes a network ATM card. That's the First Robinson Savings and Loan FA with full service branches in Oblong and in Palestine, and they're FDIC insured. It's 27-20. Maroons by 7. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Duke with it out front, goes inside to Rand, kicks it back out to Fisher. Fisher puts it up and in. Cody Fisher.
Robinson changed to his own in that possession and took only just a little bit to recognize it.
Corral picked up the loose ball, got it across the timeline. There's Andrew Bryant, he'll go for 15. Swish. Nice and easy. 29-22. From behind the 3, and the foul's going to be called on Hurry. He missed the shot, and Beard's going to go to the line, or Cody Fisher's going to go to the line to shoot 3.
There's the second foul on Chris Hurry.
Brandon Holt checks back in the ball game for Marty Stevens. And Ramey Jones come back in for Olney. Nope. Redden, who went out?
Duke, I think.
Yeah. Well, he's 1 out of 2. Got another one. Hurry got him on the 3-point shot. So Fisher made 2 out of 3. 29-24. It's a 5-point lead now for the Maroons. Long down court pass to Michael Corral. Chris Hurry in a crowd loses it. 3-on-1. And good defense now by the Maroons as they got back in a hurry and stopped that 3-on-1 break. However, Ben Beard sinks it from 18.
Beard with 8 points in this quarter. He's found his spot, ain't he?
Yeah, it's a 3-point lead now for the Maroons. The foul's going to be called on Rand.
No, I think it's Beard from behind, I think. Yes.
You're right, Beard got the foul.
It's his second. 15 foul, still Maroons ball out.
Paul Bishop checks back in the game now for the Tigers. Bryant drives the lane. Short jump shot, a little short. Tigers get it out. Chris Hurry makes the steal. Puts it up. Got it. Chris Hurry. 31-26, and they stretch it out to a 5-point lead again here. 3:33 to go in the half. Bishop with the ball, guarded by Michael Corral. Beard comes out. 15-footer no good. The ball hits the floor. And finally, Jones picks it up. Taken back in. Oh, man. Hardiman is mugged. Did they get the foul?
Yeah. I thought he was going to call jump ball there for a minute, but he changed his mind. That's the second foul on Seth Rand, and foul number 6 for the team.
He had Dustin wrapped up. He couldn't get loose. Hardiman, the baseline, loses it out of bounds. Maroons will keep it.
Olney's having trouble trying to match up with Hardiman. They've got Jones on him now. He's only 5'11".
Andrew.
They started out with Bishop, who's only 5'10".
Dustin got a little pumped up on that. Too many hands on the ball that time as the Maroons had 3 guys under there and nobody could find the handle. Olney has it. 2:50 to go in the half. 31-26 Maroons lead. Beard works against Hurry. Now we got one called away from the ball, and Brandon Holt's going to be guilty of holding. And Ramey Jones is going to go to the line. Well, spring's just around the corner, and it's time to stop in at Rural King Supply and see all the new mowers and tillers. They've got models by Ranch King, Yardman, Snapper, and Simplicity. Stop in at Rural King Supply and check out their lawn mowers and tillers. That's Rural King Supply, east of Robinson on Route 33. And Graves Auto Group's your local dealer for Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, Chrysler, Plymouth, and Dodge with a red carpet lease. Graves Auto Group is proud to support the Robinson Maroons. Got one. And for the best deal in tires, stop in at Marathon Tire for Bridgestone, Michelin, Falls, and Goodyear tires. Quality tires at the right price at Marathon Tire Incorporated, 400 East Main in Robinson, your complete car care center. Got that one. Well, that closes it back to a 3-point spread, 31-28. Maroons lead. Holt in the middle to Hurry. Chris drives in, missed the shot, loose ball, picked up by the Tigers. Fisher brings it down to Beard. Inside to Jones. Jones drives the baseline, kicks it back out. They go around the horn. Fisher drives against Corral, knocks him down, kicks it back out to Ben Beard, missed it. Brandon Holt in the right place. Oh, nice pass.
Nice pass.
That had to, that's threading the needle.
I didn't think it had a chance.
I didn't either. Traveling call. against Bishop. Maroons get it back. 33-28 on that assist from Holt. That's called a 1-2-2 zone press. Well, they draw it on the board that way while they all stand in one place.
Olney with only one player on the floor over 6 feet right now, so they're going to have definite matchup problems.
1:40 to go in the half, 33-28. Andrew Bryant works it out front. Now Holt. Andrew in the middle, back to Dustin Hardiman. 18-footer. Got it. 35-28, a 7-point lead again for the Maroons. Olney's cut it to 3 a couple of times. There's a 3.
Bishop.
Well, they cut it to 4 there, under a minute, 35-31. Across the timeline in time. Tries to go down underneath to Corral, kicked by a foot, but no whistle. I don't know how they got away with that. Some things thrown on the floor. I think the problem was a mouthpiece of Michael Corral's. The pass that went down underneath the basket was kicked by somebody's foot. No whistle on the play. Now we've got a substitute coming in. That's McClenathan checking back in the game for the Tigers as Ben Beard will go out. 41 seconds to go here in the half. Tigers ball. Bishop has it out front. Maroons will go to a tight man-to-man here. 4-point lead by the Maroons, 35-31. Jones guarded by Holt, and now Fisher. $18 seconds. Fisher and Corral work out front. We're at 6 seconds. Fisher's going to take the shot, evidently. He does. And it comes out. Out of
they got the rebound
the basket.
and the basket. Ramey Jones.
Well, they cut it to a 2-point lead right here at halftime, 35-33 on that. It's tax time again, and Kemper CPA Group reminds you to call the Kemper CPA Group for all your business and individual tax preparation needs. That's the Kemper CPA Group in Robinson for your year-round tax service, accounting, and auditing. For and the Big 5 Body Works is a complete collision repair facility. Big 5 Body Works now located at a new location with new high-tech equipment for insurance work or custom work. It's Big 5 Body Works, located 1 block south of the Gordon Junction, right across from Jim Bradbury Trailer Sales. Crawford Memorial Long-Term Care emphasizes a feels-like-home atmosphere. This 48-bed skilled care and rehabilitation unit has all the comforts of home, while only seconds away from emergency, acute hospital care and medical staff. Along with reasonable prices, we offer full-time occupational speech, physical therapy, and social services, and monthly family-focused activities. For more information about Crawford Memorial Long-Term Care or to schedule a tour, call Pam Grubb, Social Services, at 544-3131 at extension 2239. And Creech Building Center is now open Monday through Saturday from 7 to 5 at the Gordon Junction. Creech Building Center is proud to be a supporter of all the county athletes. That's Creech Building Center at the Gordon Junction. Well, the restaurant at the American Legion in Robinson is open to the public Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights for dinner and Sundays for lunch. That's the American Legion E.M. Colder, Post 69 in Robinson. Are you close? Pretty close, he says. Well then, I'll do the lead-in. Our halftime totals are sponsored by Clark and Jan Pulliam, and the staff at Pulliam Funeral Home. Good luck to the Maroons from the Pulliam Funeral Homes.
Ready?
Oh, that's you.
Halftime, 35-33. Robinson up by 2. Leading scorer for Olney is Ben Beard with 10 points. Had a big second quarter with 8. 7 points for Amy Jones off the bench. Cody Fisher with 7. Paul Bishop with 3. McClenathan with 2. And 4 points for Seth Rand. 2 3-point baskets. 1 by Fisher and 1 by Bishop. 5 for 8 from the free throw line. Committed 6 fouls. 2 each on Seth Rand and Ben Beard, and 1 on Cody Fisher, Paul Bishop. For Robinson, the leading scorer is Dustin Hardiman. I told you Olney was having trouble matching up with him. He had 7 in the first quarter, 8 in the second quarter, making total 15, and continues to be a problem for him. 7 points for Chris Hurry. Andrew Bryant with 6, Michael Correll with 3, and Brandon Holt with 4. 3 3-point baskets, 1 by Hardiman, 1 by Correll, 1 by Holt. 2 for 4 from the line. Committed 7 fouls, 2 each on Wesley Parker, Chris Hurry, and 1 on Andrew Bryant, Brandon Holt, and Dustin Hardiman. Rebounding is very close. I have Robinson with 10, Olney with 9, and turnovers close as well. Olney with 11 and Robinson with 10. 35-33 halftime score.
Okay, we'll be back with the second half here in just a second. Now you can really save on Benjamin Moore paints at Big Buck Building Center in Robinson. All Benjamin Moore interior paints are on sale for 10% off. Like their Regal Wall Satin Latex Interior Flat Paint in over 1,600 custom and ready-mix colors for a beautiful matte flat finish. Or you can choose Enhance Vinyl Latex Flat Paint for a fade-resistant flat finish that dries in 1 hour. Save 10% now on all Benjamin Moore interior paints at Big Buck Building Center in Robinson. Well, it's a 35-33 halftime score. The Robinson Maroons out in front. Talked a little bit to Phil Terry, where the Hudsonville Tigers went against Albion last night. They squeezed one out down there, 64-61. And Phil said the best thing about it was they were able to make their free throws in the fourth quarter. Talked to him about the regional, and he's like everybody else. The teams that are going into that regional, you try to pick out the strong one, and it changes from day to day. Coming into tonight's ball game, I think Olney probably had the vote of most people, but we'll wait and see the outcome of tonight's ball game.
Yeah, Olney again was number 2 seed. Red Hill was number 1, but they've struggled a little bit.
They're going against Lawrenceville tonight. So it's really interesting. It's going to be an interesting regional. I want to go down. I want to be there every night. It's just you don't know who's going to beat who. Let's see. At halftime, Stanley Raines was honored and sang happy birthday to 84 years old. Stanley is a familiar face at basketball games, girls softball games, at just anywhere around the county. You're apt to see him at the ball game. First Robinson Savings Loan FA offers convenience checking accounts with no minimum balance requirement and no monthly charge. It includes a network ATM card. That's the First Robinson Savings Loan FA with full service branches in Oblong and in Palestine, and they're FDIC insured. And we're underway. Rand tries to hook underneath. Wesley got a hand on it. Corral come out of there with it. Bryant to Hardiman. We've got a crash underneath the basket there, and who's going to get who here?
I guess Rand got the foul. That'll be his third. On
55, away from the ball. And Robinson Maroons ball underneath their own basket. Into Wes Parker. He got mugged, and foul's going to be called on Paul Bishop as they tried to double team him. We'll do it again. Hardiman back to Bryant in the corner. Corral, Matt. Andrew, a little bit off. Fisher. Maroons in their man-to-man defense here. Screen set by Rand. He doesn't want it. Fisher on the baseline, drives underneath, doesn't get the shot. Outlet pass, Chris Hurry. Got it.
Got the basket.
Wes Parker with the rebound, made the outlet to Bryant. I lost the middleman in there. Wound up in Chris Hurry's hands. He drove through and made the shot. Was fouled, and he'll be at the line. Rand comes out of the lineup, and McClenathan, the freshman, comes back in. 37-33, and Chris a chance now to make that a 5-point lead here. Comes out hard. Hardiman gets the rebound, knocked away and picked out of there by Beard. And Paul Bishop ends the play with the basket, 37-35. There's Matt Parker. I keep wanting to say that. I saw Matt sitting in the bleachers here tonight, and that's on my mind, I guess. Give that basket to Wesley.
Foul number 3 on Chris Hurry. First team foul this half.
39-35, a 4-point lead for the Maroons. McClenathan inside, got up the shot. 6'2" freshman, made a nice move. Down to Corral. Michael thought about it, inside to Hardiman. Moves underneath, gets his position, makes the shot. Maroon still man-to-man. Redmond with the ball. Back to McClenathan. He drives against Hurry in a traveling call, which I think was a good call. He bounced off of Chris. Tigers show pressure now, full court. They try to trap Corral. Bryant back. Andrew gets it across the timeline. Back to Corral, inside to Dustin Hardiman. Dustin makes it look easy. He's got the hot hand tonight, 43-37.
19 points.
From outside is Ben Beard, 43-39. Maroons were up by, what, 7 at one time? I think it's about the biggest lead that they've had. Wes Parker, nice move. 45-39. Beard got away with one. Bishop holds the ball out front, gives to Fisher. Jones, or that's Jeremy Redmond rather. Redmond, 45-42, back to a 3-point lead. Chris Hurry, hammered.
It's going to be the third foul on Ben Beard. And the third team foul. Hurry will shoot 2.
Brandon Holt checks back in the game. And Dustin Hardiman will get a little breather here as Chris Hurry goes to the line. Spring's just around the corner, and it's time to stop in a Real King Supply and see all the new mowers and tillers. They've got models by Range King, Yardman, Snapper, and Simplicity. I always get excited when I start talking about lawn mowers. Stop in at Real King Supply and check out their lawn mowers and tillers at Real King Supply in Robinson. He rolls it in. 47-42, back to a 5-point lead. Stolen by Holt. Trapped in the corner, but he gets it out to Bryant. Stolen away by Bishop, and last touch by Chris Hurry.
Well, Maroons have to recognize right now that Matt Parker's being guarded by Ramey Jones, and
See,
Jones is only 5'11". I did too, didn't I? Wesley Parker.
Well, I got him mixed up last year, so that's no excuse. I had still got trouble. I thought Matt looked pretty good tonight. It must be long enough after football season. He doesn't have any bruises on his body.
Healed up.
Fisher inside. Jones now back to Fisher. Redmond. Fisher, there's a 15-footer. Comes up short. Tipped back and saved by Holt. Brandon goes to Wes Parker. Nice move. Nice move.
I thought he waited too long to get the ball to him, but it worked out well.
I did too. Knocked away by Bryant. Chris Hurry picks up the loose ball. 2-on-1. Nice pass to Andrew. Has to come back out front with it. Brandon Holt. Put it up, Brandon. There you go. Got it. Brought a little rain with that one, but it went through. It's a 10-point lead now for the Robinson Maroons. It's 52-42, and the Tigers call a timeout.
Graves Auto Group is your local dealer for Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, Chrysler, Plymouth, and Dodge with a red carpet lease. Graves Auto Group, proud to support the Robinson Maroons. And for the best deal on tires, stop in at Marathon Tire for Bridgestone, Michelin, Falls, and Goodyear tires. Quality tires at the right price. Marathon Tire Incorporated, 400 East Main in Robinson, your complete car care center.
And it's tax time again. The Kemper CPA Group reminds you to call Kemper CPA Group for all your business and individual tax preparation needs. That's the Kemper CPA Group in Robinson for your year-round tax service, accounting, and auditing. And Creech Building Center is now open Monday through Saturday from 7 to 5 at the Gordon Junction. Creech Building Center is proud to be a supporter of all the county athletes. That's Creech Building Center at Gordon Junction. 52-42 with 2:52 left in the third quarter. Maroons have had a little run here. Played a good transition game as they got the ball back after getting a rebound or a loose ball at the other end. They brought her back in a hurry and have been able to convert. Fisher works out front. Good screen set by Jones. Little pick and roll. There's another off the foot. They're just not calling kick balls tonight, I guess. And Bryant, I think he stepped out of bounds, jumped back in and got it.
They didn't call that either.
No, that's all right. A lot of no calls tonight. Hurry out front with it to Correll inside to Wes Parker. We've got Wes is going to be called on an offensive foul. Pushed away. Well, I didn't think that was that obvious. I thought he did a good job with it that time.
Well, Olney dodged another bullet with the 5'11" kid guarding him.
Still 52-42. Fisher with it out front. Beard knocks down two. 52-44. We're under 2 minutes here in the third quarter. To Correll, and it's thrown away. Well, now, Maroons getting a little careless and not taking care of the ball very well here. That's 2 turnovers now in a row. Dustin Hardiman checks back in the ball game with 1:51 to go in the third quarter, and it's Olney ball. Fisher handles it for the Tigers, and Correll's on him. Beard almost loses it. Nice pass underneath to Redmond. Kicks it back out front.
Tried to,
and somebody got a hand on it. Hardiman got it. Little exchange. Oh, nice exchange. Holt to Correll to Hurry. There goes Fisher on the drive. He gets it in. 54-46. Bryant. Double team, goes through a crowd, loses it to Fisher. Jeremy Redmond by himself. Missed the shot, but he got fouled by Holt, or by Michael Correll, I believe, is going to get the call for it. Now we're getting a little ragged again. Here comes Marty Opes to check back in the ball game. 1:04 to go in the third quarter. Jeremy Redmond will be at the line to shoot a pair. Big 5 Body Works is a complete collision repair facility. Big 5 Body Works now at a new location with new high-tech equipment. For insurance work or custom work, it's Big 5 Body Works, located 1 block south of the Gordon Junction, across from Jim Bradbury Trailer Sales.
Got the second one.
Well, Hurry got fouled as he went up for the layup, and he'll go to the line. 59.9 seconds left in the third quarter. 54-47. The Tigers have cut into that 10-point lead a little bit, but Hurry has a chance to stretch it back out.
Maroons are kind of getting in a little bit of a running race here with Olney, and I'm not sure they really want to.
No, I don't either. I think this is a mistake. Marty Stevens is going to check back in here in the final seconds of the third quarter, get Dustin Hardiman out of there. What's Dustin's foul situation?
Only got one.
Just got one left.
One foul, 19 points.
Marty a little height in here now.
Last minute, the quarter.
It's a good move. Hurry's got that one, make it 56-47. 9-point lead for the Maroons. Beard drives the baseline, puts it up and in.
Basket.
What's going to be a blocking charge?
Yeah, I'm sure, on Stevens. I think that's who he was looking at.
Yeah.
Count it, and it was Stevens.
Okay, now we're going to platoon again here with Hardiman, Parker, and Bryant checking back in with 46 seconds left in the quarter.
Get Hardiman and Parker back in on the offensive end of it.
Beard's got his free throw, makes it 56-50, and a little bit, it's called body contact. Bryant tries to loop a pass down, not a good pass, as Beard cut the passing lane and took it. Little skip, he got called. Let's call it, yeah.
He started to go up for the shot, and who was it? Holt jumped at him.
Put it back on the floor, a little skip in there.
Changed his mind.
And Padberg, he fooled Hayes, but he didn't fool Padberg underneath. Into Bryant. 30 seconds to go here in the quarter. Down to Wes Parker. Underneath to Chris Hurry. Has it knocked away. Fouls called. Chris will go to the line.
That's 4 fouls on Ben Beard.
And now comes back in, comes Correll, Obst, and Stevens to check back in the ball game with 24 seconds left. 56-50. Put a couple points on the board here now, a little insurance.
Chris Hurry 5 for 6 in the line so far tonight.
Got that one. 57. Seth Rand comes back in for the Tigers. Well, that one may or may not. Yeah, finally did. 58-50. 8-point lead. 22 seconds. Fisher handles it out front. Marty Obst will guard him. They want to run the clock. Let them run the clock. Knocked away. A three put up by Ben Duke. who hasn't scored in the ball game, I don't believe,
that's
has
his
he?
first basket.
Well, Ben Duke skied one in, a big three-pointer, and that may be a big lift for the Tigers as we end 3 quarters. It's 58-53, a 5-point lead for the Robinson Maroons. Tonight's ball game is brought to you in part by Hershey Chocolate and the Robinson plant, where they manufacture Heath, Milk Duds, Sixlets, Paydays, and Whopper candies. That's Hershey Chocolate and Robinson. And Crawford Memorial Long-Term Care emphasizes a feels-like-home atmosphere. This 48-bed skilled care and rehabilitation unit has all the comforts of home while only seconds away from emergency, acute hospital care and medical staff. Services unique to our facility include a chapel for worship or meditation, daily chaplain access, private lavatory facilities in each room, and menu choices. For more information about Crawford Memorial Long-Term Care or to schedule a tour, call Pam Grubb, Social Services, at 544-3131, extension 2239. Well, we come back out on the floor to start the 4th quarter for the Maroons. It's going to be Hurry, Parker, Holt, Hardiman, and Bryant. Andrew picks it up as we get underway here in the final quarter. 58-53, Maroons lead it. Got a chance to go 2 in a row here. Wes Parker loops it back to Hardiman. Bishop gets in the way. That was good defense. They read that. Bishop stepped right in front of it and got it. And there's a 3 by Ben Beard, or Cody Fisher rather, 34. 58-56, and all of a sudden it's a 2-point ball game again. Bryant down in the corner to Chris Hurry. Chris won't go. Rebound, and I think Dustin Hardiman's going to get called for that.
His second. Only the 15th foul. So they still have another foul to give.
Well, they were up 10 at one time in the 3rd quarter. The Tigers here in the opening seconds of the 4th quarter have cut it to a 2-point lead now, 58-56. Bryant will be called for the foul. Kind of got bumped into him. And that'll put, no, not yet. It'll still be out of bounds. Bishop will throw it in for Olney.
That was 6, so it'll be bonus after this.
Both teams in bonus.
Yes.
Rand works the lane against Parker. Parker just jammed it right back down at him. And that's a, oh, come on.
Hayes called the foul from out front. That's 4 fouls on Wesley Parker.
I thought he had block all the way on that. He just crammed it right back at him, and Rand went down. So he'll go to the line to shoot 2 and a chance to tie the ball game. There's one of them. Michael Corral comes in. West is going to sit down a little bit with 4 fouls. We've just played 55 seconds in the 4th quarter. And we got a tie ball game, 58-58. Bryant with it out front. Bryant and Corral will be at the guards. Holt, Hurry, and Hardiman across the front. Dustin. We need him to get that hot hand again.
Well, they're covering him with that same 5'11" kid. Jones.
Corral with the ball out front. Maroons moving around pretty well now. There's Chris Hurry on the drive to the bucket. Got it. He saw the lane and took it all the way. Chris Hurry, big basket, 60-58.
Rand playing with 3 fouls, so he could have stepped in there, but he didn't.
Didn't want to.
No.
Rand trying to set picks for Bishop, or for Fisher rather, out front. Now let's see how that goes.
Foul called on Corral. his second.
Shot got partially blocked.
This will be a 1-and-1 here for Ben Duke.
First Robinson Savings and Loan FA offers convenience checking accounts with no minimum balance requirement and no monthly charge. It also includes a network ATM card. That's the First Robinson Savings and Loan FA with full service branches in Oblong and in Palestine, and they're FDIC insured. Well, they got one. 60-59, a chance to tie it. Graves Auto Group is your local dealer for Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, Chrysler, Plymouth, and Dodge with a red carpet lease. Graves Auto Group is proud to support the Robinson Maroons, and we're tied up at 60-all. 6 minutes to go in the ballgame. Andrew Bryant drives, short jumper, got it.
Bryant with 8 points, having a good night.
He's handled the ball very well. Rand comes out, sets a pick. Hurry ready to switch off. Maroons have done a good job on defense on switching. Rand just uses his body and bumps Hurry all the way back to the basket and finally scores it, 62-all. Holt into Hardiman. Back to Holt. Brandon, whoops, under the
nice
Hurry.
pass by Brandon Holt to Chris Hurry.
I thought he'd lost it there for a minute. Fisher with Bryant on him. Rand and Hurry doing a lot of bumping around. Fisher to Rand. No, just knocks Brandon Holt down with a forearm, and I don't believe that.
Well, apparently Jimmy didn't have a very good angle.
I guess not. He whipped
the
around
other,
there and
the other call, didn't he?
He knocked Holt flat.
Rand's going at the line again for a 1-and-1. He's 2 for 4.
Let's shoot. Well, he got that one. Well, let's see. Is he the biggest guy out there right now? He's 6'1", 2 what?
Well, they say 175. I want his scales.
We're tied at 64 again with 4:58 on the clock. Michael Corral handles it.
Oh,
Ran almost.
Got it.
He thought about it. He saw it coming. There's Andrew for 3. Got it. Big 3 for Andrew Bryant. 67-64. Nice job, Dustin Hardiman. Moves inside.
Went to the offhand, got the basket, got fouled. Nice move, Dustin Hardiman.
You know, I think what we've seen the last couple of games is the confidence building in the shooting ability of these guys. When they've had the open shot, they've taken it. And in the past, this shot, the 3 that Andrew took down here a minute ago, earlier in the season, he wouldn't have taken that shot.
I think you're right.
But when you're there and you've got it, it's crunch time, and these guys have really stepped up their confidence level here.
Ben Beard checks back in for Olney. He has 4 fouls.
Dustin will try to convert the 3-point play, gets the roll and does it. Wesley Parker slips back in here now with 4 fouls. He's going to have to be a little careful, but we got 4:28 left to go in the ball game. He's going to bump bodies with Mr. Rand in there for a while. What's Rand got, 3 or 4?
3.
Michael Correll's going to, nope, I thought Michael was going to grab onto him for a little bit. Bishop with the ball out front, and now Fisher. Down in the corner, there goes Beard driving all the way in, takes it, missed the shot. Jones on the rebound, puts it back up and off, and Wesley Parker hammered on the rebound by Seth Rand. Maroons have stretched the lead back to 6 at 70-64, and Wesley will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Parker's first trip to the line tonight.
Opes is in the lineup. I think I missed when he checked in here a second ago, Marty Opes. Corral, Holt, and Bryant, and Wesley Parker. Wesley rolls off. Rand, look out. Likes to swing those arms around. Fisher with it out front. Beard into Rand. Turn around. Back out front to Fisher for three. Long. And it ought to be a foul, probably Bishop on top of Corral. And I don't think it's going to go that way. Bishop got the ball. And it's White, Michael Corral. I thought Bishop went in on top of him.
That was the 10th foul, so this would be 2, I guess. Yes.
So Paul Bishop will be at the line to shoot 2 here. Super bonus time.
He hasn't been to the line yet, so we don't know what he does.
Well, he made the first one.
Looked pretty confident, didn't he?
It's Michael Gott. Foul.
3.
Here comes Chris Hurry and Dustin Hardiman back in. 3:53 on the clock. Hopes and Holt will take a breather. Missed that one. Parker with the rebound. Bryant. 5-point spread. 70-65. 3:45 to go in the game. Inside, they collapse on Hardiman. That breaks Michael loose. And he's fouled as he goes up for the shot.
That's going to be 5 on Rand.
I'm glad to see him go. I was afraid somebody might get hurt. They're holding up 5. Rand doesn't see it. He says, no, surely not. Ramey Jones is going to come in the ball game now for the Olney Tigers as Seth Rand fouls out.
Fouled out with 10 points. 4 for 6 on the line. This will be Correll's first trip to the line.
Got him. Got the hard one, Michael. Won't quite go over the rim. Fisher with it on the wing. Back out front to Beard for 3. Chris Hurry's got it. Well, the Tigers will fill the air with 3-pointers now. Inside to Wes Parker in a crowd. Gets it to Chris Hurry underneath. Got it. Nice job by Parker seeing the open man, and Hurry just put it off the glass. 73-65. There's a 3. No good. Rebound, Chris Hurry. Andrew Bryant brings it down. Pass. Hardiman got it. Whoops. Spoke too quick. He had to put it up again. Dustin knew when he put it up. He thought, I'm going to have to do this again.
10 points.
75-65. Fisher. Beard has trouble with it. Bishop puts up the 3. No good. Hardiman, good position. 2:35 to go in the game. Maroons killing some clock. Hardiman. Got it. Nice job. Well, Corral
again
did the foul. So Ben Duke will go to the line to shoot super bonus situation. Here comes Brandon Holt checking back in. 77-65. The Maroons have a 12-point lead here with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left on the clock. Spring's just around the corner, and it's time to stop in at Rural King and see all the new mowers and tillers. They've got models by Ranch King, Yardman, Snapper, and Simplicity. Stop in at Rural King and the Rural King Supply and check out their lawn mowers and tillers. Rural King Supply, east on Route 33 of east of Robinson. He got them both. 77-67, and Jeremy Redmond's going to come back in now for the Tigers. And for the best deal in tires, stop in at Marathon Tire for Bridgestone, Michelin, Falls, Goodyear tires. Quality tires at the right price at Marathon Tire Incorporated, 400 East Main in Robinson, your complete car care center. Dustin Hardiman missed the shot. Rebound, Brandon Holt. He's fouled.
Foul goes on Ramey Jones, his first.
You know what Dustin was thinking when he went up in the air? He thought if I could get just a little bit higher, I could slam that sucker through there. Then he realized where he was and decided he couldn't.
Holt's 1 for 2. Both of those in the coming in the first quarter.
Well, Brandon will get another try at that. 77-67 with 1:58 to go in the ball game. Got that one. All right. Chris Hurry checking back in for Holt. Maroons drop back a little bit. Here comes Andrew Bryant out to meet Fisher. Fisher works inside. No good, and oops, Hardiman got caught over the back that time. That's Ramey Jones, and he'll go back to the line. 1:44. Got to get some time run off the clock here. We don't let them score too many points at the line with the clock not running. Hardiman comes out, Holt goes in. Nope, Hurry comes out. Dustin stays in there. And checking in, I don't have this. Got
44?
Here, yeah. I guess I just didn't write him down.
Ryan Denton.
Ryan Denton.
Must be the coach's son, maybe.
Oh, here it is. I'd written him down, didn't put the number with him. 5'11" sophomore. Jones has got that one, 78-68. He can make a 9-point game out of it here. And he does. Bryant, double teamed. In the crowd, and the foul's going to be called. Well, the Maroons have got to make the free throws because they're going to give them the opportunities now. 78-69, a 9-point lead for the Maroons. Bryant will be at the line. We have some changes now as Ben Beard comes back in the game. Chris Hurry comes back in for the Maroons, and Paul Bishop back in for the Tigers. And it's tax time again. Kemper CPA Group reminds you to call Kemper CPA Group for all your business and individual tax preparation needs. That's Kemper CPA Group in Robinson for your year-round tax service, accounting, and auditing. And the Big Five Body Works, a complete collision repair facility. Big Five Body Works is now at a new location with new high-tech equipment. For insurance work or custom work, it's Big Five Body Works, located 1 block south of Gordon Junction, right across from Jim Bradbury Trailer Sales. And Andrew made 1 out of 2, 79-69, 10-point game yet. Fisher rather. And fouls called on the floor before the shot.
Alan Bryant, I guess.
And we got timeout too? Nice. Well, we're going to shoot 2 super bonus. Maroons want a timeout here with 1:30 left in the ball game. It's 79-69. It's not over yet. Hershey Chocolate in Robinson is proud to be a part of Crawford County, and they're pleased to support the students of the community and their youth activities. That's Hershey Chocolate in Robinson. And the restroom at the American Legion in Robinson is open to the public on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights for dinner and Sundays for lunch. That's the American Legion, E.M. Kohler, Post 69 in Robinson. This has been a good ball game. Maroons have played pretty well.
The only thing they haven't done this last quarter is make the free throws. They were 4 for 8 so far in the fourth quarter.
Well, it's a 10-point lead with 1.5 minutes left, and you'd think that would be reasonably secure. But you take a team like Olney, who can fill the air with 3-pointers and get a hot hand, and if Robinson doesn't convert to free throws, then, you know, we're a long way from being over yet. So they've got to settle down, take care of the ball, and make those free throws.
Olney's 11 for 12 in the fourth quarter from the line. Fisher shoot 2 more here.
Cody Fisher, they list him as a 5'8", senior. He's got one. Trupiano and Denton come back in the ball game for the Tigers. He got them both, 79-71 now, 8 points. Hardiman, good coverage on defense here. Gets it into Bryant, loose ball on the floor. Picked up by the Tigers. There's a 3-shot attempt, and it's good. That's Jeremy Redmond, 122. 79. Oh, they didn't get. Good job by Holt. They only gave him 2 points on the board. I thought he signaled 3. I'm not sure. 81-73 is the score on the board. And yeah, Ramey Jones drew the foul. Nobody's saying anything, so that score must be right.
That was Redmond who did that.
Yeah, 22, Jeremy Redmond. He must have had a foot on the line. I couldn't tell, but he was far enough away. It looked like it's possibly a 3. Maroons do some changing as Wes Parker and Marty Opes comes back in the lineup. Ramey Jones at the line. He'll shoot 2.
He's 5 for 5. Missed one.
Say that again. You jinxed him. Got that one, though. Now we're at 81-74, 7 points. Bryant, and a foul is called against Krell will go to the line. Trupiano got called for the foul. And we platoon again here as Bishop and Beard check back in for Olney. Brandon Holt will come back in for the Maroons. And let's see, Michael will be at the line. He'll shoot a pair here. .107. Boy, this has been a long minute and a half. They just changed that score.
Did they? Okay.
81-75. That away, Michael. 83-75. 8 points. Minute 6. Beard. In the corner. Redmond. He must be their 3-point. Oh, gee, come on, man. He crashed in there, Bishop, all the way from the corner. Fisher. Won't go. Rebound, Wes Parker. He's fouled by one of the two. Jones or Redmond.
Jones got it, his 4th. Wesley Parker go to the line.
I don't remember. I didn't mark the score at the minute and a half mark.
On the timeout, Robinson was up by 10.
What was the score, do you know? What I was thinking about was how many points are scored in so few seconds. Because we've been to the line several times. Wesley got 1. So now we have the exchange as Ben Duke comes back in place of Jones. Wesley sinks them both. 85-75, back to a 10-point lead, 44 seconds. Bishop, nice job. Michael almost picked his pocket. Beard crashes through, hooks it up, made a nice shot. And 85-77, the timeout, Olney. 35 seconds to go in the ball game.
They still have 1 remaining, I think.
Sure. A heck of a job here. Well, Olney, I don't have any idea what their shooting percentage is. I'm sure it's picked up a little bit the second half, but still not too great. They're not shooting what? I wouldn't think they're shooting 50 anyway.
No, I don't think so. They've only
probably high.
1, 2, 3, 4. They've only had 4 field goals in the 4th quarter. 2 of those threes.
Interesting ball games, regional matchups where Olney and Robinson are going at it tonight. Lawrenceville, Red Hill are going at it tonight. All these teams, Hudsonville won a close one last night. Palestine played Martinsville to a standstill last night. Got beat.
Palestine probably played their best game of the year.
But
was about 8 points, something like that, 60 to 70 or something.
Some guys produced. Les Ham had a big night. Walker had 19 points. They just really put it together last night. So here's some teams as we come up to regional. Seem to be getting a little better. Robinson ball. Chris Hurry will bring it in. 85-77. Maroons lead it. 35 seconds on the clock. Into Corral. He's immediately fouled by Ryan Denton. That's what he come in for, to do the foul. Now here comes Ben Beard and Paul Bishop back in the game. Dan Denton, the coach, substituting here to get the foul so he doesn't foul any of his big guys out. Immediately makes the exchange. There's Michael, got one. 86-77. In and out. Beard with a rebound. Clock running. Bishop won't go. Parker with a rebound, big rebound, being chased. Kicks it back out to Bryant, and he's fouled by Fisher. 19.8 seconds left in the game. I think now the Maroons can breathe a little easier. 86-77. A 9-point lead, 19 seconds. Andrew Bryant will shoot two. There he goes. All right. Now it's a 7-point or a 10-point lead. Make it 11, Andrew. He does. I believe our back could light up about now. 18 seconds, clock running. Redmond for three. Won't go. 13 seconds. Fisher got that one. That's a three. I thought he was inside that time. Bryant fouled immediately as he got it. 6.9 seconds on the clock. 88-80, an 8-point lead now for the Maroons, and Andrew will go back to the line. Denton pleading the case down there. I'm not sure what about. This will be a big win for Robinson. It'll be two in a row. They've beaten two quality ball clubs here now, the Newton Eagles and the Olney Tigers.
What are we looking at for next week? Tuesday night, either Charleston or
Charleston, here.
And then Effingham on Friday.
At Effingham. So the Charleston game here, almost swiped away by Holt. Three by Bishop, won't go. Fisher put it back up for two. That ought to end the ball game. And it's going to end at final score, Robinson Maroons 90, the Olney Tigers 82. A lot of points scored here tonight between these two ball clubs as they raced back and forth from end to end. And a really fun ball game to watch, and especially fun for the Robinson Maroons, where they come out victorious here. A big win for them, 90-82, as they just sort of unloaded both guns at the Tigers. Not a lot of defense played tonight if you want to look at the score, but at the same time, both teams hustled. They played a pretty tough man-to-man defense. They switched at the right times. There was a lot of turnovers in the ball game tonight, both ways. But 90-82 was the final score here with the Maroons coming out the winners. Tonight's ball game has been brought to you by the First Robinson Savings and Loan, Pulliam Funeral Homes, Cellular One in Robinson, Rural King Supply, Graves Auto Group, Crawford Memorial Hospital, the American Legion, Big Buck Building Center, Hershey Chocolate in Robinson, Marathon Tire, Kemper CPA Group, the Big Five Body Works, Creech Building Center, and Worldwide Sound and Video Productions. Well, this program is copyrighted 1997 by Worldwide Sound and Video Production, and no portion of this program can be reproduced or duplicated in any form. Copies of this program can be obtained by contacting Ron Wheeler at Worldwide Sound and Video Productions at 618-544-7898. Totals will be coming up here in just a second. Tuesday night will find us back here in Robinson with the Charleston Trojans, an Apollo Conference ball game. Thursday night, we're going to travel to Vincennes and Vincennes University and Lincoln Trail College. That ought to be a dandy, so keep that in mind. Friday night, we'll find us back, let's see, we're going to Effingham Friday night for Robinson Maroons and Effingham Flaming Hearts at Effingham. And Saturday night, we'll be over in Palestine with Kansas and the Palestine Pioneers as we wind up the final week of, or the final season of basketball and prepare for regional week the next week down at Red Hill. And that ought to be a fun week. As always, we'd like to thank the AD, Terry Roach, and the people here at Robinson High School for their help and cooperation. We've always been well taken care of here, and especially at the concession stand. I'll put in a vote for the sausage pizza. Tom Weger always gives me the biggest piece. I better not say that, though. He might get caught. Anytime you're ready.
Okay. I had my switch turned off so I could count to myself.
I thought you were using your fingers over there. A lot of scoring tonight.
82-90, a big win for Robinson here. Olney put 3 players in double figures. Cody Fisher and Ben Beard both with 19. Remy Jones off the bench with 10. 7 points for Ben Drake, 7 points for Jeremy Redmond, 6 points for Paul Bishop, 4 points for Matt McClenathan, and 10 points for Seth Rand. I have him 21 for 27 from the line, 7 3-point baskets, 3 of those coming from Fisher. Committed 23 fouls. Robinson with 3 players in double figures, a big night for Dustin Hardiman with a 26. A big night for Chris Hurry with 23. He did that kind of quietly. We didn't realize that was happening, but he was 7 for 9 from the line and just a lot of effort.
He and Hardiman both were set up well underneath there as an open man on some layups tonight. Good
and
job.
Brandon Holt chipped in with 10 points, 2 for 4 from the line and 2 3-point baskets. And Andrew Bryant as well, 16 points, 5 for 6 from the line and a 3. Michael Correll with 7. Wesley Parker with 8. I have him 21 for 28 from the line, 5 3-point baskets, committed 20 fouls. Rebounding, I have Robinson on top, 19-18. And the turnover totals, 18 for Olney, 15 for Robinson. So it's a 90-82 win. And that makes Robinson 5-14. Is that right?
I think that's right.
5-14. Okay. I'm going to write that down because we always argue about it the next game.
They wound up shooting very well from the free throw line. I was a little surprised when you see them miss a couple.
Well, they were 4 for 8 when I mentioned that, and they wound up something like, let's see, 1, 2, 12. They made 13 out of the 14 out of the 18. So they really picked up there in the last couple of minutes. And didn't miss any after that, as a matter of fact. So they did what they had to do.
Yeah.
Olney made a run at them and put the ball in the air. And
well, I thought they took care of the ball pretty well tonight. But the thing that really was different tonight, it seemed to me like more than has been in the last 2 or 3 ball games. Their passing has been so much better, and they have set people up. The open man under the basket, they've been able to see it. Wes Parker had about 3 good assists tonight. Yes. He probably had more than that, but this 3 outstanding. Brandon Holt made a great pass down there, threaded the needle to Dustin Hardiman earlier. There was a bounce pass in here Andrew Bryant made through that I thought would never get through. I think again to Hardiman underneath. Hardiman and Hurry.
Hurry picked up a couple in the same fashion there.
Just did a great job with their passing tonight, I thought. So
big team effort.
So for Dwayne Shaw, Ron Wheeler, I'm Jim Kincaid. We'll see you Tuesday night back here in Robinson against the Charleston Trojans.